I am Naqvi. I am from Karachi, Pakistan.
What is the question most commonly asked by your readers back home, and how do you answer?
Um, I'm often asked whether Homeboy is autobiographical. I think all novels are autobiographical, and in this way, Homeboy is autobiographical as well. But I think the quick answer is 14%.
There's a series of writings about craft. Is there a single book, author, or teacher who, at this point in your career, seems to you a singularly strong influence?
Um, my influences keep changing. I, for instance, read a lot of Nabokov when I was a teenager. I don't read Nabokov anymore. I think my influences will change in the next decade, just as I will change in the next decade.
Where do you usually write?
Um, I, for the last 7 years, have written in my room till 6 in the morning. I have woken at 3 in the afternoon, had breakfast at 3:30, and from about 4 to 6, I need to be somewhere outside my room. So I find a cafe in Cambridge. I worked at a tea shop in Karachi. I work at a cafe, and in Iowa City, I work at the Tobacco Bowl.
What are the hardest environmental conditions or circumstances in which you've managed to get work done?
Life keeps imposing itself on my process, and so there have been times when I have been destitute, when I have scrounged in the back of kitchen cabinets for pasta at the end of the month because I was in overdraft, and so I have at junctures had to contend with hunger. And there was a time when I had no health insurance and my back gave way. So I have also had to contend with physical pain. Mercifully, after the publication of Homeboy, I haven't had to deal with physical pain or destitution, but as a writer, I anticipate life to throw up adverse circumstances again.
Any noisy city streets, any writing on sidewalks, or is it just, are you a writer at your desk?
Yeah, I need to be, when it's going well, it's almost like it's raining, and I have to be out. I have to be holding my hat to catch to catch the words, and in that way, I need to be in front of my computer all the time, so that I can catch it.
How do you recharge your batteries?
I plug my laptop into the computer, into the socket. I there are times when I travel, not necessarily abroad, but into Karachi or into its adjacent environs, and go to the sea. Karachi is perched on the sea, so the smell of salt and the breeze is something that takes me out of my head. And there are other activities. Drinking, for instance.
What is your favorite quiet place in Iowa City?
Um, as I mentioned, I work at the Tobacco Bowl. It can be quiet, but there are times when it's very animate. When I'm working there, I manage to shut out the noise.
What has most surprised you here?
Um, Iowa City is a charming little place that is populated by two dramatically different demographics. There are those who treat football as religion, and there are those who write and read. And so the coexistence of these two different demographics is anthropologically interesting.
Can you imagine anything specifically from this time finding its way into your work?
Some of the characters that I've come across in the Tobacco Bowl at the IWP have already found themselves into my second novel.
The last question is, who is a writer?
Who is a writer?
Who is a writer?
I think you're born a writer, and so it's sort of you're genetically configured to allay your anxieties by producing 300-400 words of prose a day, and that feral species writers hail from this feral species.